Welcome to another quick review from Ultimate DIY. Today we're going to look at something really cool. We're going to look at a Fanttik C8 Nano electric scissors. Now I love the Fanttik items. They're extremely innovative, well made. I think they're an awesome brand. So let's take a look though at what you get in the box. But just so you know, don't tune off of here. This is not just an opening box type video. We're actually going to cut some things up and put it to a test. We're even going to try to cut a tennis shoe and see if it can cut that shoe. So when you get it, it's going to look just like this. Now I have already opened it because I made sure that the unit was fully charged before we did the test today. I will tell you, when I got it out of the box, it had a 90% charge. It took probably about 15-20 minutes and it was fully charged all the way up. But you're going to want to make sure you have a full 100% charge, especially the very first time you start using the unit. It keeps the battery better for longer. So open it up. These just flip forward like so, and it is going to open just like this. And this is basically what it's going to look like. The charger would have been in a plastic little bag. You open it up and charge it. You'll have a little manual. You will have the actual unit, which we'll go over a little more detail in a second on. You have a bag that it will store in, which is really a nice little bag, better made than I expected. And you will have the key. Now the key will be in a plastic little container as well. I opened it up so that I could show you how that works, and we'll show you that in just a second. And then you have a replacement blade. So you get one blade and then you get another one here as well so that you can replace it, and it's replaceable pretty simple. But that's pretty much it in the box. There's nothing else. You lift it up, there's nothing underneath. It's actually not a bad box to even keep this stored in if you want to. But the bag makes it nice. You can put it in that, put it in a drawer, put it in a toolbox, whatever works for you. So we're going to set this off to the side over here. And let's take a look at the unit. First thing I'm going to point out is this little key is made for changing the blade, which is right here. And it just simply works like a key. You'll take it, put that in the slot, and then you will turn it just like that. You'll counterclockwise, you can pull off the blade. Clockwise, you put the blade back on. So don't lose the little key. But if you did lose the key, it's not the end of the world. You can use a good screwdriver and still get this open. Just makes it a little bit simpler. When you go to charge it, the charging port is on the very back right here. And it's basically just a USB charger. So make sure it's fully charged. Now this has two LEDs in it. It has an LED which is going to light up your cutting surface, and it has an LED at the very top up here, which this is also not just the LED screen, but it is also your speed settings. You have a slow speed, a medium speed, and a high speed. And you just simply turn the dial to whichever one that you want to use. And it has a safety button here. You push in and then you can push your handle. Now watch what happens when I push the handle. You're going to see this light up. Tells me I'm at 100%, and it tells me I'm on eco mode, which is your slow speed. I'm going to rotate it. Now I am 100% in medium speed, and it also changes colors. And then the end one is going to be max 100%, and that's going to be my high speed. So I do like the fact that it has you can't just push that button and accidentally cut something that you don't want to cut. You have to have the little thumb piece pushed in and then pull it, just like that. So I will tell you, it is very well made. It's much heavier duty than I expected. I expected it to be kind of lightweight. So when you get this, if you're thinking you're just going to take something like this box though and cut it, it isn't quite that simple. You have a guard here. Now this guard is locked into place, and it keeps everything fed very nicely and keeps your fingers and things out of there that shouldn't be there. But that also means that I can't just cut around this box. It's not going to fit. It's not going to fit inside of it like that. I can't get the cutter there. So whatever you're cutting with this needs to be flat. Now I can take the box and open it, and we're going to do that in a second. And I can cut this direction now because I can get it in the guard, just like that. Same thing with the shoe that we're going to try to cut. I can't just cut anywhere. I'm going to have to cut from an area that I can get a hold of. Carpet, same way. We're going to try some carpet. Now, this is a thick carpet. The one that I saw in the little ads that I saw for this unit were very thin carpet. We're going to try the thick carpet. We're going to see if it actually cuts it. Now, one thing I will tell you, this will cut leather. It'll cut materials. It'll cut all kinds of fabrics. But you got to keep that stretch tight when you're cutting so that it cuts right and it doesn't get bound up inside of the unit. So keep that in mind. You're going to have to keep it kind of tight while you're cutting those fabrics. But I do believe it's with a nice steady movement, it's still going to cut very easily. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of trying this out. And by the way, there is your light that lights up the surface, the LED. So LED, LED. So let's see how this will cut on the box. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see what I got. I've got it in max. Let's go ahead and turn it down. We're going to put it on econo mode, the green. And let's see how it cuts. Cuts very easily and very nice. Now, it does say thinner cardboard, not to go too thick, and this is a fairly thin cardboard. Now, I would imagine you get to a little bit thicker cardboard, you might be able to turn it up. You may have to go a little slower. May cut, may not. I think a lot of that's going to depend on whether it gets inside of this little mounting area right there. Okay? So let's move on. Let's set that over there. Let's move on to the carpet. Now, I'm going to turn the carpet over and cut it from the back side because I think that'll be a little easier. And I have a feeling we are going to need to go. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the max because this is pretty thick carpet. And let's see just how well it cuts. Well, guys, I have to say, that cuts like butter. I was very much not expecting that. I figured it was going to bind up a little, cause me a little trouble, because this is a thick, plush type carpet, and it cut right through it like it was nothing. Nice, straight cut. So very good on the carpet. Now, this will be a test because we're going to have to cut from the shoe end here. And this is very padded here. So you have some leather mixed in here. I have the fabric and I have some cushioning. So it's going to cut through a lot of stuff. So we're going to leave it on high and we're going to see what happens. So we're going to start and push our thumb in and trigger. Holy God. I mean, that cut that like that was nothing. And you can see it cut through foam, cut through the leather on the side, cut through all of the fabric and the padding, and it cut it like it was nothing. So honestly, guys, this is awesome, and it is a great addition. Now, you still may need your regular shears if you are a tailor, or if you're a leather maker, or if you're trying to cut certain areas around carpet and angles. You may still need those a little to get in certain areas or to get things started. If I was trying to cut this in half, I could go ahead and finish it off now here with my shears. Cut the other side shears, and then cut this off with whatever I want to, and I could have the shoe cut in two. So you're going to do that based on what you're trying to do, but this will save you a ton of time. I can see if you are actually even cutting wallpaper, you're cutting anything, you want a nice straight edge, this is a great tool. So do yourself a favor, pick up one today. I don't think you'll regret it, and we will see you guys on the next review.